It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning. Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. It is September 6th on a Tuesday.
Whoop, whoop.
How are you this morning?
I'm good.
I hope you had a good Labor Day.
I did. I mowed all day yesterday.
Yeah.
Mow, clean up branches, twigs, all the good stuff, trees.
It's a wonderful day off.
Yeah, a wonderful day off, and decided to work during it all.
Yeah.
But I got to work on my own stuff. Got to get some stuff done, so I was happy.
And you feel accomplished when you do that.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Nothing wrong with it. Good morning, sir.
Only problem is I got about halfway done. So.
Oh, you still have more to do?
Yeah, I got a little over halfway. Yeah, I had so many branches and stuff down and stuff from the storms and stuff. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got
Just
some
a lot
branches
of
in the
cleanup.
backyard. I'll do mine today. I had to work yesterday, but I have today off, so I'll get my branches out of the yard and do some mowing.
A day off? No.
I know, right? It is kind of nice that we get a day during the week, and I get Sunday. So Sunday we went to Topgolf over in Rogers. That was a lot of fun. That was my first time. Yeah.
First time at Topgolf.
Yeah, and it really wasn't that bad price-wise. We ate there, too, had a good burger. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They got that special sauce. Special sauce.
Pretty good. I've been there a few times. My son really likes to go there, so if we're on a wrestling thing, we're staying overnight or something, he'll say, hey, is there a Topgolf around?
Yeah. Yeah, I like the games that they have to play. And thank goodness the holes are like 100 yards wide, because I would never make it.
Where did you go play it at?
Rogers.
Rogers. Okay, that's where we went to play it. And their machines and everything are pretty much spot on. I mean, they calculate where the ball is. And I went to one, and we were in another state or whatever, and their machine was way off. You'd hit the ball over here, it's telling you it's over here. And it's like, oh, man.
Need to be calibrated.
Yeah. But Rogers has been dead on every time I've went there.
Yeah. What was your longest drive? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't remember. I'm going for points.
Well, true, but everybody goes to see how far they can hit the ball.
Nope, I'm going for points.
Well, mine was 168 yards.
Oh, there you go.
And I haven't touched a golf club in a driving range in 20 years. So
good job.
I did pretty well.
Not too bad.
Not too shabby at all. Then I get back to work. My coworker, he played golf in high school and was really good. He said to me, well, this one time I was on a course and it was 320 yards to the green and I made it within 2 feet of the hole. And I was like, you hit that thing 318 yards? He's like, yeah, surprised me even. So is that true? I'd like to believe it is.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Pretty much double what I did. Like he was.
I wasn't there, so
I wasn't there.
Good job. Good job. Good story. If not, I mean, I caught a 20-pound fish in the river and got away. It's kind of the same story.
It's kind of the same story, isn't it? Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us this morning. We like to start the show off with the morning prayer, brought to you by Roller Funeral Home. With all our respect, they have 29 in the state and one in Memphis, Tennessee. We sure do appreciate them in our time of need when we lose a loved one. It's always good to have a plan in place, so give them a call, 870-425-2161. And now we'll pause for the morning prayer. Dear Lord, I'm going to ask again and again until maybe it comes true that we have your help in bringing this country back together. The division is even worse than ever. We have some people spouting some really bad rhetoric, and I'd hope that you touch them on the shoulder and whisper in their ear that that is not going to help us. I don't believe that in our community we're that divided. I believe that we all get along, but I am asking you to help us with this endeavor. It seems a country divided will not stand, and we have grown further away from you, so I'm asking that you bring us closer together and closer to you. I think a country that believes in God is better than a country that does not. And this I pray, amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. I have a plan in place, and that's just cremate me and spread my ashes in a beautiful scenic view area. So if you want to visit me, and
you got a beautiful view in the process.
Exactly.
There you go.
So with that, let's take a short break and watch a neat little commercial from Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right. Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
But how will we?
The car!
Your offer's been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
I love that commercial. I do. Don't be left hanging. Go with a team that has a satisfaction rating of 98% or better. And I mean, the Z team has that.
Yes,
But that
they
commercial, that gets me every time.
They do an amazing job, and they'll walk you through every step.
Most definitely. With that, let's take a look at the White River, brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Look at the fog. It was foggy when I was coming in. I came a little early today. I had to stop by the post office. And, yeah, drive slow.
Yeah, it was a little foggy out. Mickey, how was it when you were driving in? Was it still foggy?
Not down south, but it was closer you got to town, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is a look at the White River. They're in Marion County, looking into Baxter County. That is Cotter, Arkansas. You can see the ball field down there in the distance. And, you know, if you could see, but you can't because of the fog, we are off in the distance to the right is Mountain Home, Arkansas. In the center is Missouri, and off to the left is Bull Shoals. You can go to retiredtoarkansas.net and find these cameras. There's multiple cameras that there you go. It'll zoom into the river, get you a beautiful view. There's one that zooms to the right. That's the island in the center of the river that we really enjoy seeing. It hasn't got to it yet, but there's also one that zooms off into Missouri for Scooter Mountain.
Yeah, it's the same camera. It goes to
it
zooms
moves
into different locations.
It moves. Yep. But then the one that shows Cotter is still stationary. Yeah,
there's one still
so
camera.
There is multiple cameras.
There's two. Yeah.
Multiple. That is the island we're talking about. It's hard to see right now. The fog is, it's beautiful. It's just, slow down when you're driving through it. That's a lot of people think, I'll be all right. And that's how accidents get caused. So be safe on your trip to work because it's still a little foggy out there this morning. But give the Z team a call, 870-405-0793. Go to retiredtoarkansas.net where you can find their listings. They also have all the MLS listings of the area. Look, wow.
Well, that is foggy when you get down there to the water.
It sure is. You can see a little bit of the tree line, a little bit of the water. You know it's there.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there. It's just behind the fog.
We'll go back to the still shot.
There you go. That's a beautiful shot we like to bring you every morning from the Z team, Bob and Linda Zadora. They have a beautiful view, and if you'd like to have that beautiful view, give them, well, not that exact view. We know, you can't have that one, but one like it. Give them a call.
Well, money talks.
Well, you're right about that.
Money talks.
Money talks. I tell you what, you come give triple what I gave for my house, and I'm selling. Give them a call, 870-405-0793. They are licensed in Arkansas and Missouri, so if you find something across the border, we have a lot of people that live in Gainesville that work down here, but they want an even smaller community, so they choose, Gainesville, Missouri, and they can help you. If you find a listing up there, you drive by one, give the Z team a call, 870-405-0793. Go to retiredtoarkansas.net, find their listings and this beautiful shot of the White River. Let's take a look at our weather. In Mountain Home, Arkansas, it's at 67, Harrison at 65, Batesville at 68, Yellville's at 68, Marshall at 66, Salem at 69, Mountain View at 66, Calico Rock at 67, West Plains, Missouri at 69, Springfield, Missouri at 65, Poplar Bluff at 69, and St. Louis at 69. Man, staying in the 60s to start the morning. I like it. National Weather Radar shows some heavy activity up in the northeast. You got minor activity down in Louisiana, but the rest of the country looks pretty good. Zoom in here to Arkansas and Missouri, and there is nothing on the radar. It looks like a little bit over here, in Indiana, south of Indianapolis, maybe just a little bit down in Kentucky and Tennessee. But we're going to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed today, aren't we?
There you go.
How about that? Let's put a little radar in the move. There we go. Through 8, 9 o'clock, it doesn't look like anything materializes. Yeah, I think we're going to be all right. There are some potential record highs in the Pacific Northwest, and it looks like they're hitting 99 and 100 for the second day in a row. So if you live in that area, they can
have it.
Yeah, they can have it.
They can have it. That's all I got to say.
Like we talked about down here, if you work outside, take breaks, go into any air conditioning you can find, drink lots of water. For the severe outlook, you have red flag warnings all across the Northwest, down into Oregon, heat advisories in parts of southern Idaho, southeastern Oregon, pretty much all of Nevada, and excessive heat warning across California and southern Nevada. Air quality alert in Missouri. Now, we had talked about that before. I'm going to click on this. Let's see. Air quality alert in effect until 3 p.m. this afternoon. Let's see. Check on the daily smoke outlooks to see what times of day smoke might be better. Pollutants in smoke can cause burning eyes, runny nose, aggravated heart and lung disease. That surprises me. Is something going on in Missouri? They have...
Don't know.
Me neither. And I don't know, so we're going to move on. Today is patchy fog, then sunny, high of 83. Tonight is partly cloudy, low of 65. Wednesday is sunny and a high of 84. Wednesday night mostly clear, low of 62. Thursday it's sunny, high of 83. Thursday night mostly clear, low of 60. Friday is sunny, high of 83. Friday night mostly clear, low of 63. Saturday, mostly sunny, then a slight chance of thunderstorms at 20% and a high of 82. Let's go ahead and see Sunday to round it out. Sunday, 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny, high of 81. Sunday night, partly cloudy with a low around 57. Looks like we'll have a pretty good weekend with a slight chance of thunderstorms. Pollen count today, the tree pollen is at none, grass none, and ragweed, it's that time of year. Today very high, tomorrow very high, and Thursday very high. I don't know if that bothers me more.
That one doesn't get me so much.
No.
It gets my wife, though.
Yeah. Mine is the tree and grass pollen. I've learned that.
Yeah. I'm doing okay then.
Yeah. North Fork Lake tongue ties me. North Fork Lake water level is at 555.47. Level is 3.47 feet above full pool. As of yesterday, they hadn't updated. It was running 2 generators.
Yeah, North Fork, be aware that the floods in Missouri, there's a lot of debris up the river and up the creeks and creek channels. If you're boating up there, as they did on Labor Day, they'll find it. But there's a lot of floating debris right now.
Okay.
6 inches of rain in Ozark County.
Okay.
Woo.
Bull Shoals Lake water level is at 660.29. Level is about a little over 1 foot above full pool. As of yesterday, they were generating 3. That is a look at your weather, brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zador. Give them a call, 870-405-0793. Go to retiredarkansas.net. Find all their listings, find the White River, and find a plethora.
That's the word
information.
For the day.
The word
there
for the
you go.
day. With that, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back with some community news.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. And coming up is the road closure on Bull Shoals Dam that is scheduled for, September 13th. 7 in the morning on September 13th until 5 in the evening on September 14th. So a couple of days, they will be removing equipment used to perform maintenance on the dam's sluice gates. If I could read. The closure has been coordinated with local emergency and law enforcement agencies. Alternate routes including Highway 178 and Highway 5 to Highway 126 through Midway and Gassville, Highway 62 through Flippin, Highway 178 through the town of Bull Shoals. So for that couple of days, you are going to have to go around.
That's a long way around.
That is a long way around. Yeah. And Arkansas State University Board of Trustees met last week on the Arkansas State University Mountain Home campus, and a big step was taken to allow the local school to expand its programs. That's a good thing. The board approved ASU Mountain Home adding an Associate of Applied Science degree in boat manufacturing and the expansion of the university's technical center. So that's awesome. Cool. Yeah, that's a good thing, right?
That is a good thing.
All right. In paper news, the Knights of Columbus will be having their Paul Bunyan breakfast. That's Saturday, September 10th, so that's going to be coming up. They'll be serving from 7:30 a.m. until 10:30 a.m. at the St. Peter, the Fisherman Catholic Church at 249 Dryer Street in Mountain Home. Proceeds support local charities. They have all you care to eat scrambled eggs, biscuit and gravy, pancakes, sausage links, coffee, and juice, all brought to your table on china with silverware. It's $8 for adults and $4 for children under 12. Takeout orders are available. And coming next month, the DAV 17th Annual Veterans Appreciation and Outreach Picnic. That's October 1st at 11 a.m. at Arkansas State University Mountain Home. All veterans, active military, and their families are invited to celebrate with free food, beverages, camaraderie, and lots of door prizes. Events at 11 a.m. There will be opening ceremony with the Star Spangled Banner performed by Leanne Jackson, and 11 to 1 performance by the Katie Laney Project. So that's awesome.
They always have a good picnic.
Yeah.
They do a good job with that.
I think last year, they were talking about last year, they had a few hundred show up, wasn't it?
Yeah, they get a bunch.
They get a whole lot of,
and
we have a lot of veterans and active military. Well, they're not here, but active military in the community. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
We sure do appreciate their service. And we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with the Baxter County Judge, Mixie Pendergrass.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
a higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Our guest is Mickey Pendergrass. He is the Baxter County Judge. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to be here.
Yeah.
How to still be up and around.
Yeah, tell me about it. Did you have Labor Day off? Did you work?
Well, I worked half the day and then took the other half a day off. But all the rain and the grass has decided to grow, and I've got wood to get stacked and cleaned up some yards. So I worked all morning and then finally quit about 1 o'clock.
I'll be doing that today. I was enjoying, well, it wasn't a good thing that we didn't have a lot of rain through the month of July, but I didn't have to mow, so there was a silver lining to it. And now that we're getting a little bit of rain, it sprouts up every week. I've got to get back to my weekly routine of mowing on my day off.
Yeah, we didn't appreciate all the heat and the humidity that we had, but we did get relief from mowing grass every week. But that has changed. It's growing, as the old saying, growing like a weed right now.
Yes, it sure is. Well, to people that don't know, if you're a first-time watcher, and past couple of times we talk about what the Baxter County Judge does, and they are the chief elected official. I think we're one of only maybe 3 states left that have a county judge. And what is just a quick rundown of what the county judge covers?
Well, it is known as the CEO, chief elected official of the county. Is in charge of the inventory of everything the county owns, everything.
Yeah.
Have to keep track with that and through county court system. So in the administrative side of it, then it must sign all the bills that be paid, the affidavits for the check writers to take care of, inspect all that, and preside over the quorum court. With the power of veto, no vote, but the power of veto, and then enforce the ordinances and appropriations from the quorum court and see that that's done. And all employees that work for the county in Arkansas that are not working for one of the other elected officials works under the county judge oversight. So then we have a judicial function, which is very seldom thought about or used, and that's authority over roads, county taxes, land access, etc. So there's a lot of, we wear 2 hats, but 2 other states and their functions are comparatively different. That's Texas and Kentucky that have Baxter County Judge, but they don't have the umbrella of responsibility as they do in Arkansas.
Okay. Yeah. A couple of months ago when I first learned about it, I had wrote down that road and bridge is the largest part of what you control.
Yes.
And so, but you're also over the Office of Emergency Management, 911 Dispatch, and Juvenile Services. You work closely with the Prosecuting Attorney's Office of the District Court.
Yes, there's always things there, and we have to work because they advise us on legal affairs. The prosecutor is the county's attorney at this time.
Yeah.
Building and maintenance is probably the other big one, not as far as budget or employees, but that is part of the inventory, not of all the vehicles, but of all the land and the buildings that the county that we have to take care of that and maintain all those buildings.
Yeah. I had, Human Resources, IT Department, Veteran Services. You preside over the quorum court.
Right.
And like you said, you don't have a vote, but you do have veto power. And last month at the quorum court meeting, you had brought up the agenda, which you'll bring up tonight's agenda. But we were talking about the Denton Ferry Bridge. And we've got a picture of that. You said that was underway, and they were going to be doing the budgeting to, I guess...
we passed an ordinance, an appropriation ordinance, because the cost, since we were so far late getting the bid, the cost went up to at least $300,000, and so we're appropriating federal aid money that was gifted us into that so we could start making the payments. The contractor was setting, that's the girders you see that are hooked to the cranes there, and they were setting those. A week ago last Friday, they set the ones on the east end on Thursday, and I happened to go by there right behind the trucks that were hauling those. The trucks would back down the road on the far end down in the creek, and the cranes would pick it up and watch them set 2 of them. There's 4 of them across the width of the bridge, and they're 88 foot long when you put the 2 together. So that's how long those concrete,
that's huge.
They only had one on a truck, and the trucks had expandable trailers so that they could reach out and the beams wouldn't hang off. You could stretch those. They were extra long trailers.
Yeah.
But that's the progress. That was a little over a week ago when that picture was taken, and as you can see, we're building up the shorelines and the banks of the creek. We're pretty much complete on that. Got just a little bit more to do, as you can see, between the black line down to the lower left and the rock. That's all going to be covered with the big rock. The county is doing that work. Our guys are doing that. But West Plains Bridge Company, West Plains Bridge and Grading has done a really great job of getting the piers drilled deep into the rock and then setting those piers. So that's our $1 million bridge.
Right.
The bid was actually $1.125 million for that bridge, and they're making good progress. Funded by a $900,000 grant from FEMA, and Baxter County Road Department is funding the rest, and the Game and Fish help us a little bit with the bank stabilization, but the rest of it, we're all funding that, and that's what that money is going to be used for, to pay their bills.
Very good. They have a timeline of completion?
Well, by the end of the year now. It'll probably be quicker, but we have a temporary bridge that is below that. We put in big, huge railroad tanker culverts that they'll be down there for a while once the bridge is done, and they get the road built up to it, because the road's got to come up about 7 foot. It's got to be raised in height, and we're doing all that work. We won't be able to get her to do that until they give us the okay and they get the deck poured on that bridge. So we are planning to have it done before the end of the year, and maybe sooner.
That'd be great. Yeah, you can end the year with a new bridge under your belt.
Yes.
One of the other things on the item last month was you were talking about paying off some debt, the airport bond, and using some of the coronavirus relief fund and some of the excessive revenue that we have been blessed with. So was that able to get accomplished?
I would not say it's excessive. It is in excess.
In excess.
In excess of what we anticipated.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Yes, we have completed that project. Transferred the money into that account and paid off nearly $200,000 airport bond to make the airport and the county debt-free. And that was our goal, and right now we hope to keep it that way, so that we've been extremely blessed with our revenues, that we've been able to do things that's beyond our imagination when we started this gig 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's been something to behold. Just hope that we don't get the cart ahead of the horse and get to spending too much here. But so we take it slow and easy and contemplate that when we spend excess funds like this, because one-time expenditures you can get away with it, and that's what this was. But to make the county debt-free, and I had a gentleman who's been around the state that knew a lot about county government, and he came up to me, and when we were on the program last time when we was talking about that, and he said, and he asked me, he said, did I understand you to say that you was going to have the county debt free if you paid this off? I said, you heard exactly what I said.
Yeah.
He said, you know how amazing that is?
Very amazing. When
Not
you talk
very
about
many
government.
counties can say that, that they're debt free. So, and our thanks goes out to the folks here in the county. Good management might have a little something to do with it. That the history will determine that. But the blessings we've received in the revenues especially through the pandemic and all that stuff. We have been really blessed to be able to do things like this.
It didn't seem like we slowed down.
Hopefully, in the near future, they'll keep it that way.
Yeah, we shall see.
We should be in good enough shape. We should be able to.
Very good.
But future governments.
It's 7:30. I have one more, but we'll come back after the break, and I'll ask then.
All right.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake.
Welcome back to the morning show, and thank you for joining us. Our guest is Mickey Pendergrass. He is the Baxter County Judge. We were talking about last month's quorum court meeting, and the last thing I was going to ask was about the new health department. They were going to discuss the funds and budget plan, and so did that get in? Did the plan come together?
Yeah, we amended the budget, and we're using ARPA funds. And for those that understand that the federal government loves acronyms, ARPA stands for American Rescue Plan Act, which the United States federal government, U.S. Department of Treasury, sent Baxter County. We never applied for it. We never asked for it. They sent us $8.1 million. And the only thing that we have used that money for so far, of course, it's got strings attached as far as the rules on what you can spend it on, what you can't. And we've had about 3 final rules. And we just got some more amendments to the final rule last week or a couple of weeks ago. It's just crazy because they find we know how to spend the money, and so they amend the rules so we can use it for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, the only thing we've used that money for so far is we have handed out 2 what we call premium pay, which was one of the intentions of the ARPA Act from the federal government and Congress. We've given $1 an hour first go around and $2 an hour for full-time employees for, just as a bonus, and it amounted to $1 an hour in 2021 and $2 an hour in 2022, and you had to work the previous year, and it was for the hours you worked minus all your benefits you couldn't pay for. And So that's the only thing we've used it for. What we did and what you're referring to on the health department is we did $4 million, a little over $4 million, and we have to, but to use this money, we have to set it aside in a separate, its own budget, general ledger item. And so we amended that budget with this, with the amount that was in that budget of $600,000 to purchase land if that was necessary, and then $3.4 million to build a building. Mm-hmm. We hope that's enough. And we are in negotiations now with the entity that owns the land. We have moved the location a couple of times, but I think we're about to settle down. We're waiting on an appraisal to come back on that land to see. There are trying to assist the hospital as well as assist the county and the Baxter County Health Unit because they have an extreme shortage in cash flow at this time and have had throughout probably the last couple of years. And even with all the federal funds they got. So this is not only a way to place our health department where we close to the other medical facilities, but to give them some help and something to put in their bank account they can pay their bills with. Yeah. So, and that's one of the intended purposes that we're allowed to use. We were allowed to use the $300,000 for the bridge, was able to come out of those funds as well. So that those kind of projects are we can use. And there are others, we just have to. It's a long story talking about ARPA money. That
I bet when you're dealing with the federal government, yeah.
We got half of it one year and half of it the next year, and the rules kept changing, so you sit on it. But there's the federal government's idea of spending money in ours is considerably different, as you can imagine. Of course, we are debt free and they're not. So
right, there's a difference there. Well, that's good. There's a plan in place, though, that we will have one day a new health unit. Yeah. Yeah,
we had, as we go into the budget season for 2023, we are seriously considering how to utilize the rest of those funds and use them up so that all that's left is what it takes to build that health department. But my replacement will be working with me. He will be taking office January 1, and we'll be working through this fall on this project so that he can carry on with, and is up to speed on everything.
That's great. He'll just sit down in the chair and take off running.
Well, we hope so.
In the chair. Very good. Well, tonight's quorum court meeting, what's on the agenda?
Well, on the agenda for tonight is got a considerable amount of stuff on there. We're going to have a report from the Personnel Committee, which we had reference to. We had some personnel changes in the month of August. Our presentation for the night is going to be Tina Hahn from the Baxter County Conservation District. And our monthly presentation is usually done by somebody that we support and that it works within the county. Tonight it's the Baxter County Conservation District. And then the normal appropriation ordinances that we have. The big one is an appropriation ordinance in the maintenance and operation of the jail fund. It's a considerable amount of shortages. We've had a lot of overtime in those 12-hour departments that we're having to address. And so that is the one for the jail as well as some other shortages. Then the same thing in the 911, which is a 30-20 fund. When we gave the raise to all the employees back in March and gave $2 an hour to all the employees.
Yeah.
We forgot to include the 12-hour employees. It's automatic. You're going to pay overtime every paycheck into those 12-hour shifts every week. And so we're having to get that corrected, and we're doing that tonight in both those two departments, which are the two that are most affected by it. Mm-hmm. Then an amendment to the sheriff's personnel policy. The Personnel Committee was also called to approve a temporary position at the animal control shelter that we might have need of by the end of the year. That's on the agenda. And Personnel Committee also considered the travel reimbursement rate, which is, as you know, gas prices are going up. Our reimbursement rate, we're not paying elected officials, not me because the county furnishes my vehicle, but the people that travel on behalf of the county, we're only getting reimbursed for 45 cents. somewhere in that neighborhood, and of course they was losing money.
Definitely.
So they have changed it, and they're going to change it to the IRS travel expense standard right now, which I think is about 62.5 cents a mile, to kind of let them break even. And then we have an ordinance, been working on a sale of some industrial park property for quite some time, and we've got to the point to where the restrictions of the industrial park have got in the way, and so we're having to run the ordinance, and now it's going to be made public that this is out there as we negotiate this deal. But it's going to be, I'll let them do the announcement of what they're going to do, but it's going to be an unusual industry coming in there, and we're setting up this ordinance to be able to authorize myself to sign for this sale, and to its land that's been sitting there vacant for 50 years. So
yeah.
It's time, maybe 60. So it's been time it's put to work, and this is one. We've got a lot of people looking. This is one thing we're going to do it. So stay tuned on that.
Okay.
What's going to happen? Good Operation Green Light coming up. That is an operation furnished by our Veteran Service Office. We can get more details out on that later, but we just have a resolution there to support that because it's a great program we do for our veterans here. Charlie does a great job for Baxter County veterans and surrounding county veterans. I might talk about him a lot because I think he's out of town this week.
Okay.
But, on vacation, but he still watches. But he does a great job helping our veterans, and it's reference to, and we appreciate his service to them and to the county. And then evidently we have a United Parcel Services, doing some additional work here, going to take on some more business. And the Economic Development Commission in the state of Arkansas has asked us to run a resolution to the endorsement of that need, and they can participate in the tax back program, which means they can get tax back on the sales tax they pay, a refund from the state on the sales tax they pay buying materials to expand their department. So it's good to see their expansion, and maybe continue to keep and have more jobs here.
Yeah.
Then confirmation, a couple of reappointments of fire commissioners in Camellia. That's it.
Sounds like a busy schedule.
Oh, there's one more thing.
Okay.
And this is a big one, and it's not on this agenda, and I almost forgot and I didn't get it on there, but it needs to be announced tonight that Brad Runsnick from the Arkansas Extension Cooperative Service Office, they have produced the books that's on the amendments that's on the ballot that you'll see in November and the ballot, and they produced these books. The reason I'm not saying anything about that yet, because that's an October meeting. I'm getting a month ahead of myself.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's coming. We're going to have the speaker, and he will be after the meeting. I don't know if we'll be on the TV the same day as that meeting again, I guess, in November or in October. If you got the calendar in front of you, you tell that. But
we'll both pull the calendar.
Look forward to that. If you'd like to hear what we're going to do is have him there to present after the regular agenda of the quorum court, and it'll be in the same courtroom floor. If y'all want to continue to broadcast that, he'll hand those books out and try to address questions. And of course, Arkansas Cooperative Extension Service gives a nonpartisan view of all the amendments, the pros and the cons of each one as they see it. Mm-hmm. And so they try to present both sides fairly, and that presentation will be made after the October quorum court meeting.
That'll be October 4th.
Okay.
October 4th is what I'm showing.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll have that there then, and instead of tying up the beginning of the, we'll have it where, and anybody, and we've been having some good attendance at the quorum courts lately, so it's good to see. But we'd like to have a big attendance. If you'd like to hear and get one of those books and be able to ask questions, and I'll try. I've not looked at them very good this year, so I'll try to do that between now and then.
Yeah. What he's talking about is that XL7-TV does shoot live video of the quorum court meeting.
Yes.
And so next month they'll have that presentation after the quorum court meeting, and you guys stick around and video that also.
October 4th.
October 4th. All right, it's almost 7:45. We're going to take another break, and we'll be back with our guest, Mickey Pendergrass, the Baxter County Judge.
Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car.
How will we?
The car!
Your offer's been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. I want to thank you for joining us. Our guest, Mickey Pendergrass of Baxter County Judge, is here with us. We've been talking all things quorum court, but let's talk about you retiring. You're almost there. You're
getting closer.
Yeah, a few months away.
I think about this, and I'm getting to a lot that's almost or is the last of its kind. It's coming up, and see, there will be 3 more quorum court meetings after this one. And then we'll go to a judges conference this week, which is the last scheduled judges conference. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure they'll be doing something because there's so many of us going.
Yeah.
And most of us voluntarily retired. Some of them not so much.
Got pushed out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, your successor will be going with you.
Yes, they're going to be at the conference with us, and our wives are going to introduce them. That's quite a fraternity. Yeah, the one thing that my wife learned about going to these conferences was they listen to us, the elected official, many times fussing about things they can't talk about.
Yeah.
That they hear over here because they're in a company in the same room with you or something, but they can't talk about it. When they get together down there as a fraternity and the spouses like that, they find out there's a release point. They all went through the same thing. They all experienced something very similar. So they can talk about it without being specifics and naming names. They get very specific about the type of problems. And it's a way for them to vent and unload as well. And
everybody
of course,
needs
it's a working deal for us. We're there to learn and not only to get moral support from each other and lean on each other, but to transact business, what's coming up in state. Right now we're working heavily on the legislative agenda because we're a legislative session. We've got a lot of problems in the state, even with all the money that's got. Our waste tire business has been in the news lately, and they're only funding it at a 68% clip of what they promised. And we're all kind of working on that, so they're going to have to fix that temporarily as well as permanently. We told them in 2017 they weren't fixing it, they were messing it up, and we were right.
Yeah.
You'd think that legislatures would figure we know what we're talking about usually.
Yeah.
Because we've been there, done that as a group, that we can usually get it figured out. And some other legislative issues, state prison beds, returning inmates back into the street, serving 20% or less of their sentence is common. You'll see on the jail inmate review that somebody was put in the jail this morning. This for the 126th time. And
that's insane.
It is, and the person's, 30 years younger than me.
Right.
Or nearly, and yet they've been in our jail over 120 times. A lot of those reentries like that are coming because it is an average right now that the state is having their state convicted inmates serve 20% or less of their sentence, which is not good, and it's affecting everybody. It's building those people that are back in your jail's 30% of your jail normal population. It's average right now about 30% of jail population is those people. Either someone waiting to go to prison because they can't leave because there's room, or somebody just got let out and you've had to just arrest them because they just messed up again.
Yeah.
Violated the law. So they've still got big problems there, and that's part of our agenda. We're trying to help them address along with the Sheriff's Association. But a lot of activities like that we have on our agenda. But yeah, it's that's one thing that in the 10 years that I've learned to be a big part of that most people don't see, and it's a strong moral support for us to have each other to lean on. And it's kind of sad to leave that fraternity coming up, and this will be the last meeting, and they'll probably do something for all of us up there and embarrass us and all that good stuff. But that's pretty normal. But it's going to be we lost a county judge in Sevier County who had bypass open heart surgery about 7 or 8 months after I did in 2017. Mine was in 16. Yesterday was the 6th anniversary of that.
Right.
A week ago, last Thursday, wasn't that last week, evidently he had a massive heart attack overnight and died. So we lost, and he was very dear to all of us.
Sure.
Even though he's on the other end of the state from us.
Sure.
And
he's still a part of your
younger
group.
than us, but yeah, it leaves a big hole when you lose one of them, and we've lost too many lately, either to cancer or to heart disease. But yeah, we miss him, and then 30 of us going out the door, or 35 going retiring or got defeated in an election. So that's going to be a part that we really miss. And I miss the people here, just going to all the activities.
Sure. Because you do go to a lot of them.
I used to go to a lot more than I do. I can't keep up with it anymore, but we'll be doing an auction, pie auction in Clark Ridge in October, so stay tuned. We're going to have a big deal up there for a fundraiser, and then I get to fly out with my wife to go on a business trip with her. But we've done a lot of those pie suppers, fish fries and barbecues, spaghetti dinners, pie auctions. I can't think of all the stuff that they have fed me all over the county, and it's been a great joy to get to know all those people. Beyond my imagination is the number of people that you meet.
Sure.
And work with.
Yeah. And you'll be in some capacity still part of the government, won't you?
No.
Nothing at all?
I'll be gone.
You'll be done.
I'll be an X.
Yeah.
You know what an X is?
No.
I've never had an X, so I don't know either. But we're going to learn out. No, I won't be involved voluntarily. Let me just put it that way.
Okay, but you probably will be tugged on a couple of times.
That's one of the things I've been thinking about. One of the things I've been preparing my mind for is to get prepared for that, because it's just go from nonstop 10 years like that, or actually over 10 years. So my wife's giving me a year off where she's going to make me go back to work. So
do something. Well, you've got to do something.
And I don't expect that to last.
Yeah,
that year,
you can't. So. You can't just go home and sit down. I wouldn't expect that you would. Yeah, you're going to be out doing something.
You're going to be fishing.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that.
Right. Well, I hope you catch a lot of big ones. A lot of storytellers.
Yeah, I have to send you a picture of one of my retirement gifts I've got hanging in my office, and it was surprisingly hung there by my fishing partner because he was with me when I caught the fish. But it just showed up on my wall, and it's a replica of the largest bass I ever caught in eastern Tennessee on Lake Chickamauga in 2019. And they did a fantastic job with it.
Yeah.
3D printed.
Did they really? A 3D printed fish?
Replica of the fish I caught. And it's amazing. It's a big fish.
So they just took a picture that you had of it, and
And we had the length measurements in the picture. We didn't have the weight, but they took the geometry of the makeup of a largemouth bass and they made it off a 3D printer.
That is really cool.
And it's very, very lifelike.
That's awesome.
So,
yeah, thank them for that. Very nice.
That's cool.
My wife says she doesn't have room in her whole house to hang all the stuff on my walls that I have bought or people have given me that's hanging in my office. And I don't know when I'm gonna get it out of there. You're gonna
have to get a storage facility, and all of them are full.
She said a man cave.
Yeah.
So I got to get me another man cave, I guess. But she said I hadn't got. There wouldn't be no room for a furniture, desk, or computer in the office if I took it all in there. But we'll see. That will get worked out.
Sure.
I may have to deck out an office in her business, just for a Hall of Fame or something.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a testament that you will be leaving office with the county in zero debt. I mean, like I said earlier, no debt and government don't go together in this time. I mean, I haven't heard of anybody else that's like that.
But if you think about it, that's the intent of the forefathers and the intent of the intent of the Arkansas Constitution, in particular, is the government should have no debt.
Right.
There have been allowances made for that for good reason, with the bond issues. Especially with schools to expand, and with counties, most of the bond issues are either for a jail or for a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been extremely fortunate to be able to bypass both those on both projects. So yeah, it can be done, but I think that's the intent of all governments, is not to be in. It was implied, is what I understand in the Arkansas Constitution, that when we had all county officials, including myself, this is the end of the first 4-year term ever for county elected officials. That when they were on 2-year terms, that you could not indebt and leave indebted the following elected officials, whether it was yourself or whether it was a new one. You could not indebt them. That was the intent of the Constitution. It's been amended and different things written in it where it gives us the leeway to do that now, but we're still limited on how far the debt can go. But we have had to utilize leases and loans to get our equipment, especially, and it's like when we built the jail, we built and paid for it, but we had a $4 million line of credit at the bank that we had to have because the Constitution required us to have the money in the checking account when the bids were let. Well, tax money hadn't come in yet, so we had to go get a line of credit to fund all that. And we've done that a couple of times, and we've signed leases where it is to buy dump trucks, road graders, in particular those items. Those have all been paid off. All of our equipment there now is paid for. We got a loan to buy the new crusher, which we bought the year before last. We paid it off in May, the second half of that loan. I mean, that was a $750,000 investment. That's not something just grows on trees, but we were able to pull it off in over 2 years. So, yeah, we've been blessed, and it's been good for the people, and I think with the Quorum Court's help, we have helped manage some of that.
Very nice.
And we've got money in the bank.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't beat that. One day we'll know the feeling of being debt-free, but not today. So we
not $30 trillion, I hope.
Yeah. No, thank goodness. Well, we appreciate what you've done for us, and thanks for coming on the show. It's been good visiting with you. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll be back tomorrow with Bob Rechtenwald. So, Scooter, you got anything?
That's about it. See everybody tomorrow.
All right.
Well, we'll go
Do
fishing
it again.
Go fishing.
All right, we're going fishing. See ya.
Thank you for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day. It's going to be beautiful out.